Hey, what's up? I'm Brandon, founder of NOVAEO. Creating this video for you to give you a little bit more insight as to exactly what we're looking for within this role. So first things first, ultimately what we're really trying to find is someone to recruit into our community full-time. But we are reaching out to a lot of freelancer platforms. So if you are, a freelancer, chances are you're a freelancer because you enjoy your freedom, your autonomy, the ability to work on lots of different projects, to keep yourself from getting bored, all these things. So we would not require full-time, but I do think that if what I just said describes you, then it would probably be a good idea for us to, assuming that we're a good fit for each other, even for maybe just like a couple of the projects that we need, or even just one of the larger projects, be a good idea for us to work together, because even if that's your mindset towards being a freelancer, you might come to find that within our team, we tend to offer all of the benefits of being a freelancer, but also the benefits of being full-time within a team, like the job security, be able to have mapping out your salary, progression, all these various things. So anyway, as far as the actual projects that we need to do a significant amount of building and maintenance of various systems within our supply chain and marketing predominantly. So marketing dashboards, which would include pulling various information from different applications, software. We're really heavy on Amazon, so pulling a lot of information from the back end of Amazon, pulling information from third-party applications that already integrate with Amazon. So some of this will be data pulls from Amazon. Some of this we have apps and software suites that are already connected to Amazon through third party, and we'll be pulling data from those third party applications and software. And also just being able to build multiple sheets that are all going to be pulling data from each other in order to present it into a single sheet, and being able to change up presentation of the same data through various sheets. On the supply chain side, it's actually going to be quite robust. Now, that said, in everything that I'm communicating, we already have a lot done, quite a significant amount. In fact, on our team already, we have some people that are very gifted with Google Sheets experience, very skilled, but they're having to do a lot of teaching themselves to take some of these projects to the next level of detail. And they also hold other roles in the team, so it's becoming kind of consuming. So ultimately what we're looking for is like one incredibly awesome wizard that can take on all the higher level stuff, but we'll ultimately still have support from various team members that we already have that are quite proficient in Google Sheets, just not fully there. So a lot of these projects are like half built, or they're actually already built, but the maintenance is kind of clunky. So maybe there's some like tweaking to what we have going on that could make things a little bit more efficient or a little bit more easy to manage. But anyway, so yeah, I already described briefly a little bit about the marketing side. On the supply chain side, we are manufacturers of products, so we own our own brands. We manufacture for those brands in our own manufacturing facility, and then we distribute through predominantly e-commerce channels, which right now is predominantly Amazon, but not just. So one of the major projects is creating a pretty robust supply chain management system that we, at least for now, want to do through Google Sheets. In fact, what we're coming to find is that there really is nothing currently in existence outside of the building things custom world. So there's nothing in existence that actually fits our needs. And what's weird is we know in our network of people with relatable businesses to ours, everyone's saying the same thing. There's just nothing out there. So one of these projects, this supply chain system project, we're actually wanting to build the project for ourselves, but once we fine tune it and refine it, then we'll actually probably wrap a bow around it, turn it into something with like an even nicer user experience, and then sell it as a product, or maybe it's either a subscription or whatever. So that might actually be pretty exciting to you, because if you're architecting this and doing the build, it could be probably pretty cool to see it actually be wrapped up into a product that can then get sold And furthermore, the way our team operates is if ever you're significantly involved in a high value generating project like that, you're going to be receiving like bonuses or raises on your salary, or we do profit share, all kinds of different stuff. So being attached to something like that could actually be quite lucrative for you. But anyway, all that said, so with the supply chain system, we need to do inventory management, which is going to require pulling data from tons of different places. We have lots of Shopify stores, we have lots of Amazon stores, we have like 6 different Amazon seller accounts, and then we also are on various Amazon international platforms. So we're US based, so when I say international, it means non-US. And then we also do our own inventory management in our own warehouse. So we have fulfillment centers with Amazon, both within the US. We have the international fulfillment centers with Amazon, then we have our own warehouse. So all this is having to get tied together and communicate in this Google Sheet system. And then we also have raw materials that get manufactured into finished goods. So there has to be communication and management of the materials and finished goods. And then even furthermore, we do our own procurement, our own upstream supply chain. So part of the supply chain system is also going to have to revolve around our purchase orders and knowing when we need to submit purchase orders, being able to track purchase orders, all that stuff. Furthermore, because we have a warehouse that does manufacturing, we need the supply chain system to even include things like the tracking metrics and analytics for our manufacturing team, so that we can have a dashboard of data that our warehouse management can be looking at in order to improve efficiency. Now, all of the stuff that I said, a lot of it is somewhere between 50 and actually even 100% built, but even the stuff that's 100% built, it's just clunky. We see a lot of errors and stuff like that. I mean, we have a lot of products. We have over 200 finished goods, and then we have tons and tons of raw materials to support those finished goods. So, there's a lot of information. It's big stuff. But like I said, we have a lot of it done. So it's really just needing someone to come in, figure out everything that we have going on, and then basically grab the reins of the project, at least on the technical side. So I want to make sure I don't intimidate you. If you don't have marketing dashboard experience, especially Amazon experience, and if when I'm speaking all this supply chain stuff, it's over your head because you don't have this supply chain experience, that's okay. We don't need someone to come in and be the brain of knowing what we need in terms of what the output is. We know all that. What we need is just the technical ability. Now, when you communicate back to us, it is worth communicating specifically about these various things, because if you do have knowledge in these things I'm talking about, whether it be on the marketing side or the supply chain side, specifically Amazon side, all this stuff, it is beneficial. It's going to help you understand faster, but it's definitely not required. And also, like I said, we have some people that are very gifted with Google Sheets already and have already been involved with these projects. So it'll be pretty easy. Like, I'm not technically inclined, so I wouldn't be the one to talk to, but as soon as you join a project or join the team, you'll have people to talk to and catch you up to speed quite quickly with where we're at, what we're having trouble with, what we need, and ultimately you'll start getting a good idea of what this big picture role will be. It's also worth noting that if you are interested in perhaps full-time, or at least maybe even part-time, but consistent for a long time, then even with the projects that we currently have planned, there's always going to be more. So like I said originally, our ideal scenario is actually to have a full-time person that would be, with our team for, as long as they're wanting to be with our team. We're never going to run out of work within this skill set. And then additionally, if we find someone that, likes to learn, or maybe has additional skills like coding or whatever, we can even get more and more expansive with what these project needs are. So I think that pretty much wraps it up in the gist. So what we'd really like from you is a selfie video back that communicates to us what exactly your skills are, what your experience is with the more complex side of Google Sheets, and even Excel. I mean, I know Excel is obviously quite relatable, but they are a little bit different. So we do use Google Sheets, but if you have, if you have more Excel knowledge than Google Sheets, then what we would basically be asking for you to do is take some time to kind of figure out how to do the same thing in Google Sheets that you already know how to do in Excel, which is, again, relatable, but not necessarily identical. So yeah, communicate to us about your skills and your interests. Also your, do you prefer consistent part-time, like, 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, full-time, or project-based work, freelancer style. I think that pretty much does it. So yeah, I appreciate your time watching this video, and I look forward to hearing from you.